I was thinking, I wanted to say this other thing too, is that I think, a lot of people, they're all like, oh, this is so horrible, and how could this be? And, like the whole world's out to get them, and it's the end of everything, and all of that stuff. And it's going to be, part of the process of leaving that behind. It is the death of something. It's the death of a system that we've all relied on our whole entire life. So, yeah, it's going to feel painful for sure. But remember that this is the birth of a new age. And so in birth, we're in labor. We're in that transition, So we're in a painful time in the birth of the new age. But remember, when you get to hold that little baby for the first time and you look in its eyes and you feel all the hope and all of the love and connection, I mean, you just made something. And so, there's such a profound moment when we have that in our hands, especially as a mom, when you've gone through, when you've carried it in your stomach, and then it's there in your arms, you longed to hold it so much, and there it is. So remember that, because that is a part of what we're going through. It is giving birth to a new age. We're in this transition, in this laborious time, so that we can move into that time of joy and happiness. And when we get to that part, then it is going to be that, it's such a beautiful time. It's such a beautiful moment it's like you get the all of the goals, everything that you had desired is finally there. And everybody's moving into that. Like this jubilee, this time in humanity for things to go back to the people. This is a new experience that most people are not going to be ready for. Most people don't even think they deserve anything good. And it's hard to even wrap your head around that something good could happen. Everybody's just expecting doom and gloom. It's been a big part of our training. It's what drives the pharmaceutical industry. So when we are in this period of time of this transition that's leading us, just keep remembering that we're giving birth to something so beautiful and so new, and we all get to share it together. And it's going to be of our creation. And everybody has a role to play. So, and everybody needs to take the role they play seriously, like what do we want this new world to be like? And, there's so much talk, with the ascension and stuff. And like I've said, I don't know, what this cataclysmic event will be. But just remember, like, even if it's a solar flash is not putting out heat. It's putting out energy. It's a vibration. And that's why it's so important for you to raise your vibration. Because, it's going to leave something old behind. Oh, girl. She takes up the whole damn room. See her? She takes up the whole room. So we're leaving something behind. And it's, we're seeing the carcass. I mean, this whole thing is going to be playing out. It's going to be kind of like the vultures, picking at the bones. And at some point, you got to decide when you're ready to let go, because it is a lot to process, and it's going to be a lot for a lot of people to have to deal with. And it's just so important to just keep remembering you are the only person who can fix you. You can't get someone else to fix you. So don't give them that power. Just focus on you. Don't expect, like, if you've got a problem with an ex, or you got a problem with a parent or a sibling or something, and then you think, well, they need to do this, and then I'll be okay. No, take your power, own your emotions, and then go forth as a strong warrior, because you are the one who empowers you. You're handing over your emotions to everyone else to stomp all over you, because you're looking for something outside of you. But everything is inside of you. And then once you get to that point then you shine out. So, just remember, don't get down and don't get scared. There's so much stuff, being said. And even, whatever cataclysmic event, a consciousness doesn't end. We would go with the energy, we would move with it. So, and then all the talk where they're going to take off the people who are not at that point. So don't worry about your family and stuff if they seem like, because I know when I first woke up, I was in a panic. I'm like, oh my God. And plus my family's all like science. That's when I became the crazy person to them. When I started talking all about this spiritual stuff and, they were talking to me. I hadn't told anybody about that, since I was a kid. And when I started saying it this time, everybody just thought I was wacky. Especially because I had started, using those weed candies or whatever. So I think they all just thought I was like high or something. I was like, no, I just know what they sound like. They'd talk to me and like they started talking, but they were like coming so strong, and I started having all sorts of different, I was having the craziest experiences, and it was really, really super cool. And, it's going to be different for everybody. And the waking up, you feel crazy. You start going out looking for like, is there other people going through this? Because this is weird. I feel so weird. And then you start telling people, and you start noticing things, and people don't see the same thing as you. And, it's a whole thing. And that's why so many people go on to the internet and start looking for people like, to figure out what's happening to them. And it's all, it's a part of the awakening, and everybody has their own process to this, because it's all about your soul. Your soul decides how it wants to wake up. But, this is all about your healing and letting go of things and becoming your best version of self, and to walk the walk and to own your stuff. That's how we move forward, and we develop a much better society where we all feel content. We don't feel so judged. We don't feel so much like we have to try so hard to fit in, So, and we're going to have so much of our time back, to have adventures and experiences that are more what we desire, rather than this, enslavement of putting all of our time and energy. All of that enslavement destroyed many families. A lot of kids went to the wayside. So, we've had a lot of damage in our society that it's time for us to clean it up and to recognize what was the cause. But yeah, at some point when everything keeps showing what these people have done to us, it is going to be like vultures just out there picking at the bones. And you got to just, let it go and walk away at some point. But do it when you feel like you're ready to let it go. Don't do it prematurely. Because remember, there's no way to cheat anything in growth. There's no quick fix. There's no, jump over those two spots into the next spot. There's none of that, because that's just hiding from your own pain. You have to process your pain and let it go. And like I said, it's a small opening into the new age. And, if you're carrying a lot of baggage, you won't be able to get in there. But, don't fear that, because that just means that you're going to go through more experiences to get you ready, it's probably not going to be on this planet. It's going to probably be on another one. So you're still going to be having, some cool ass experiences, and it's going to be, I've heard that if you really, if you're just not there, you're just way, down there in your development as a soul of, acceptance or whatever of, like you think everything is just this, that's it. Nobody, it's what they told me and that's it. That those people would kind of be like brainwashed or brain swept or something, like those men in black can do. I just gave her some medicine. She's in the afternoon, she really has a hard time. But like kind of mind sweep people, and then they'll go to a different reality, but they won't know they're in a different reality. So they'll just go back to living their same experiences and stuff. But your soul knows everything it's supposed to do through this time. Your soul is telling you exactly what to do. So it's just, you got to just start listening. But remember, all the different things that everybody's saying is, and, you know, it's going to, there's a lot of scary stuff out there. There's a lot of doom and gloom out there. And you just got to just keep focused on gratitude and joy, and focused on, you know, developing your best self, and don't stress out about all that stuff. I mean, we are headed to a new age. You doing your work and getting control of your consciousness and stuff, you will be there. So don't worry so much how we're going to get there. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I know I've spent some time being scared about it back in the beginning, and that's why I started telling my family all this stuff. I was like, my God, you got to get right with God. I'm like, okay, weirdo. Like, so yeah, you can go through that, and you can start feeling like, you know, I got to wake everybody up. I got to get everybody to pay attention. Like, this is our souls we're talking about. Like, you know, this is big. What's happening? So just don't get into that state. You know, just stay focused on yourself, because I'm telling you, it was a dead end. All I did was come back, and everybody thought I was crazy as hell. So everybody will wake up at their own pace, and everybody will figure it out at their own pace, and every soul has their own way of doing it at this time. You know, we all thought that this was like just this, you know, we all just had to see this one thing, and then we would all be like, boom, woke up. No. Is way that, you know, it is, this has been developing, you know, the being able to see what's happening and relate it to all the information that I know. And there's just so much information out there, you know, and so many people just waking up to their spiritual side. Like, my family is very science. So, you know, there's so much information out there to just dive in, you know, and really start understanding. There's just endless amounts of information. Everybody, you know, it seems like there was a lot of people trying to study what was about the soul. But, you know, they wanted to keep telling us, we're not even sure if there is one. And we think there could be some people out in outer space, but we don't know about that either. Like, everything has been such a lie. They just lie. So anyways, break free from the lies, and, you know, go out and explore for yourself. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.